Okay, so other than the fact that I clearly still need better shortcuts for changing scenes in OBS, welcome back everybody. We are continuing with some Universim. And as you might have guessed by the title, the key thing we're trying to do today is finish building the Cosmodrome. And over in the background, they've decided to upgrade another house. So we are slowly losing the rustic Tudor aesthetic that has graced our civilization so far. In favour of an ever-growing number of high-rises and tower blocks and whatever else you might want to call them. It's kind of a stubby one. But our population is doing generally positive things now, which is also a very good thing. We've had to turn off a whole bunch of factories just because right now we need the resources but we need them to be directed to very specific factories. And at some point I'm thinking we might give Dragonland an airport because, hey, they're our friends, so why not, right? Yeah, so we need natural gas for here, and we need oil for here. Though we are building another oil derrick, which should, once that gets finished off, help with that. We are also close to finishing what we need for the carbon factory, and we're a little bit further away from the fibre factory. But once we have this fibre factory up and running, we can start producing the 10 fibre optics we need for the Cosmodrome. Or, if we get really lucky, we might still have a crate. No, we don't have a crate. So if we find more space boxes, we might be able to find a space box that has fibre optics in. Because if we do, we is gonna be super happy. Because then we don't even need the fibre factory, we'll just use the free fibre to build the Cosmodrome, and then we can go to space. That's Dwarven Ruin, they aren't interesting. Over here, somewhere under the flight path, you've got, I think that's Dragonland, yep. Well, Dragonland has shrunk. It's entirely possible that we've actually started converting people back, which would be pretty fun. We also need to be careful because we are doing some damage to the atmosphere here. Probably all this air travel we have going on. Especially since you genuinely can't go anywhere with this. I don't know how to make this one go away. We appear to just have like a spare message that isn't actually useful in any way, but also won't disappear. Never mind. Why are you carrying that and not, like, in a car? What's all that? Okay. Presumably that's spare bricks for the cement factory. The oil jack only needs 1 more cement. Carbon factory needs 3 cement. Fibre factory needs 8 cement. Engineers needs 10 cement. Ooh, oil jack. The farms need some cement. Upgraded farms will be handy to have though, just now that we are sort of over the 400 mark apparently, which I completely missed. we are going to need to start being a lot more careful about this food quantity. We're probably going to find we need to maybe even upgrade some eateries and just make sure that we do have enough. So close. I don't know if there's actually anything else we need to do as well. Was that just lightning, or was that a UFO? I think that might have just been lightning. Although this suspiciously smoking rock formation indicates that it might be hiding a box. I just don't know how we would get into that box. I mean, that was making sounds like there's a box there. Aha! Ah! So close. Aha! Found it! The glitchiest of boxes. Ooh, bonus oil jack. Right, so that should help fill the cement factory up with oil, which means we should be preventing cement, I was about to say. We definitely don't want to prevent cement. We would like to make more cement. And, you know, at some point we'll probably start looking at, like, upgrading the rest of our various buildings. Wow. This area's gone completely barren. Let's put some trees in it. I don't smell anything burning except for whatever's on fire over here. Okay, the firefighters did manage to take care of it then. Just as I was about to get disappointed that they weren't actually doing anything. Ooh, we've got Big Ben now. We need one more piece for the Eiffel Tower, one more for the Leaning Tower. 3 for the Eye of the World, and we still need all of Notre Dame in the pyramid. But, you know, progress. So, still don't even need any solar panels yet because we produce so much that it will refill our storage anytime the wind picks up, which is basically what we need. Our pollution... Of course our pollution's gone down. We've turned off almost all the factories. The only things that are still running are the cement factory and the steel mill. Yep. Starting to get chilly. One cement needed at the carbon factory now. And it can warm up again. It's up to like 50-something degrees. Also, I'm not sure this used to be desert. That's still grassland, though. That's a good thing. That sounded more like a UFO. And I will try not to shoot down the aeroplanes thinking they're UFOs. Maybe not. Ooh, carbon factory. Unless we get really lucky, but I don't think we will. So I think to get fibre optics out of a box, it's like epic level stuff that you need. We'll wait and see what the last thing in the box is. Oh, this only needs 1 cement now. It's so close. And then we can start exploring spacey things. And some of the truly ridiculous planets. Oh, okay, so that requires chemicals. So I guess we need to turn on the chemical factory again, and then probably turn off the clone center. Although maybe leave the clone center on, because the clone nuggets are bizarre and funny. We have so many bizarro character traits. Ooh! So we have managed to start spreading undying as a character trait. And the fibre factory is being built as well! 5 chemicals makes 1 carbon fibre. So we're probably needing at least 50 chemicals, I guess? Because I'd assume you need carbon fibre to make fibre optics. Ooh. Is that a new plane? It doesn't seem like the same blue plane that we had before. It needs plastic, fuel, and electronics. Okay, so it doesn't need these at all. It does need plastics and fuel. And that does also mean we can turn off the chemical plant again. It's so complicated sometimes trying to work out like which factories you actually need. So, what is it? 2 plastic, 2 fuel. Oh, and we need the electronics factory running. So 2 plastics, 2 fuel, and 1 electronics. So we need 10 plastics, 10 fuel. No. 20, 20, 10. But then this requires another 20 plastics, so we need like 40 plastic. It's gonna take so long. So that gives us some bonus oil, which right now is also worth it. I would really like this windstorm to be over so we can actually, like, see things again. So we've got a bunch of stuff. We just need to get plastics loaded into this factory. And we can start making fibre optics. And once we start making fibre optics, we start getting the Cosmodrome. Nugget Airlines. Okay, they might have just slightly repainted it. Or I could have completely misremembered, actually, what colour that plane was. Just try and fill up the lake a little bit more. Okay, yeah, this should take the lake back up to at least almost full. Okay, that farm's actually ready to build. And this one only needs 4 cement. This is indeed good news. I'm guessing that was just lightning, which is boring. I don't know who you are, except that you look like Princess Leia. And I apparently can't select you. Ah. Now you've changed colour for no reason. And become selectable. Okay. Got any fire peoples? There's some fire peoples. They should be able to deal with it. Come on. It's next to a well. Thank you. As everybody else just runs in terror. Because you shouldn't deal with a fire unless you're comfortable and have been trained to do so. See, that's a different plane again. I think they keep changing the livery of the planes, and I don't know why. We are going to get so much food from all the hydroponic farms. And at some point I really should give Dragonland an airport just so, like, people can go on holiday to Dragonland. Because who doesn't want to go on holiday to Dragonland, right? And all the builders have given up. Good evening, Maud Sithd. Given our current population, I suspect you are probably going to be born fairly quickly. Yeah, well, Dragonland are our friends, apparently, so, you know, we should probably, like... That's not Dragonland, that's Dwarven Ruin. They hate us. Dragonland is right under the flight path over here. See, like, lake views, forest walks. They've got everything. Except an airport, so we should give them one. But our first priority for tonight is we want to get this Cosmodrome built. And be able to send all of our nuggets to space. Because, you know, space nuggets. Yeah, it takes a while, I find, just because you end up having to get all the research to make nuggets live for that long. Like, my ultimate aim is to get enough of a following on Twitch that I can just have, like, some ridiculous number of avatar nuggets running around causing General chaos. Let's see if we can also speed some things up. Okay, that's just a giant hat. Are you gonna move at all? No, apparently not. So... Also, sometimes you'll find that the pathing, like, completely messes up. Oh, yeah. The explode command does do quite a lot of damage. Yeah, and I don't know why... like, everybody just stops. Has every nugget stopped? So... I am not sure what kind of weird bug is happening here now. Where's the kickstart? Oh, for sure, yeah. I've managed to pick up one who has a cart. Whoops. Didn't mean to actually kill them. I was trying to put them where the water is. Okay, let's just try a quick save and reload on this. Because this is not going to work very well if our nuggets can't actually move. Oh, I really hope this hasn't just corrupted the save. Any words. Any AI like that can go. Okay, so that nugget can move now. So we've got one nugget effectively. Whoops. Let's try not dropping them from ridiculous heights. this is so annoying. We might, having got this far, we might actually now have to start a new game because our nuggets can't do anything. That is infuriating. Okay. We've got a save. We can always try and reload it and fix it another time. So, fresh game again. Damn it! Oh, every time I try and get to space, it's like I'll get a little bit further and it'll bug out in some crazy way. So, I've had it at a few points, and usually I find that if you just pick one of them up, everyone starts moving again. Which is what's previously made me think that there's just some, like, conflict. And that you can if you can break the conflict manually, the AI works again.
Wake up?
Yeah, we all know this bit.
Wake up, creator.
Okay. Let's try and find a decent starting location. Here looks okay. Yep.
Take a look at your new subjects. They're called nuggets, largely because of their body's apparent...
Okay.
Have you ever tried opening a book yourself, creator?
We don't need tips. Given how far through the game we were literally a second ago, I don't think that's necessary. Yeah. If I was more involved in the games industry, I would absolutely apply to... Oh, can you? I have not tried that. That goes to show how used to certain things you get after a while. But, yeah, no, I would totally apply to Crytevo just so I could try and have a look at some of the things like this. Because we were one of the people who also reported when they first introduced Twitch integration, and for a while afterwards, there was a bug where you couldn't create an avatar nugget if you loaded a save game. Like, it would just always say, "You'll be born next," and then nothing would happen.
This message is quite odd. Beware of the trees. Well, that's obviously nonsense. Not to worry, I'll just put that over here in the garbage pile. Here's another message that makes more sense.
There we go. They really do. Like, when we started reporting some of the bugs we found to them, like, they were really responsive and just generally nice about it. It was like, I quite like that. It's like, I'm happy to just, like, report anything we find.
A little baby nugget. Aren't they adorable when they're young? Don't get too attached, though. They're still mortal after all. Plus, they will soon be old enough to have an opinion and make questionable life decisions. Let's see how much you like them then.
Of course, the problem now is it has removed you from the birth queue, so you might have to... Yeah, there you go. I was wondering if it would remember across games, but apparently not. But there's a couple of people I know who will sometimes join in on this, and literally the only thing they do is start fires.
This is quite a beautiful planet. Try not to ruin it, will you?
Actually, while everything else is happening... I mean, yeah, I'd not thought of that one, and now I might have to do that every time. I used to actually try and give them names, and then I realised it didn't matter, and that you can just select the box and press enter. Which also gives you the odd thing on the mission of, like, Elu wants your help with the names, and you name them exactly the same thing, and then get the message, Elu loves the new names. It's like, I mean, sure. Only one space box. There's usually 2 or 3 at least. Ah, there we go. Of course, now I've got all of the annoying early missions to do again, like the Find the Lost Nugget. I don't know of a specific cheat, but I know that you can basically just listen out for where the nugget is. Actually, does the nugget still show up in like any of the nugget views? I mean, basically pick what you like. I think of this set right now, death is probably the nicest option for me, as long as that doesn't actually hit.
This water pump system is rather advanced for such a young civilization. I mean...
Also, nice timing.
It's built out of rocks, wood, and a bit of string, but impressive nonetheless. Love is in the air. You might be too kind for this world, Creator. Oh well, I suppose it'll give you some time to practice your powers, while that nugget lays in a hammock sipping a mojito.
Possibly just too impatient. Let's start getting some of these avatars in. Also, I'm now curious where the death happened. Possibly here? Yeah, I think the highest population I've ever had in this is about 550. Ah, here's where the death is happening. Yeah. Ooh, diamonds. We probably actually want to build the archive as well. Yeah, it's just the temple. I like the fact that we are already up to like +2 happiness just for God actions. We've not really done anything yet. Actually, I should really follow the Crytevo stream channel thing. Channel is the word I was looking for there. That button. Yeah, I think the only reason I worked it out relatively quickly was that I play so many games like this that all use a different system, that eventually you kind of work out the 3 or 4 systems that exist. And it just becomes like, okay, so which set of these is it going to be?
Nuggets are all unique to one another. Although there are some things that are shared.
Now you can.
Nuggets, these include the need for certain essentials like food and water, a stable roof over their heads, and an occasional nap. They want to learn, build, discover, and create. It would all be quite inspirational if they also didn't happen to be the species that initially thought their shadows were trying to eat them. You're looking a little weak, Creator.
Maybe, but we desperately need to get some sort of water storage.
We're doing this again, are we?
Soon.
Ding ding, another message coming through. I like this nugget. He reminds me a bit of my younger self. Straight to the point and quite murderous. Let's help him out. Can someone please get that nugget a fresh pair of underwear?
There you go. I've vengeanced. Is it possible to vengeance without actually killing the nugget?
At this rate, your civilization will be heading to the stars ahead of schedule, Creator. Let's hope it survives long enough.
I'll be honest, my usual approach to vengeance is either dropping a rock on them or feeding them to the temple. Thank you. But yeah, I have a personal rule that I won't, at least deliberately, kill any of the avatar nuggets, because watching the chaos is just too much fun, honestly. Although I've seen people try and consistently create family to get together with each other, not realising that that will only make heterosexual families, and that I needed to intervene to make them married. Oh, that is a good box. So much food. Welcome to the Feedism version of the Universim. While nothing else is happening, let's have a quick check for more space boxes. Doesn't look too promising.
The trees must be undergoing significant stress. They've started to go bald.
Yep, but that's why we desperately needed to get the reservoir in place.
I always knew that Nugget would rise to greatness. Well, before their career plateaus as assistant manager or something.
Who is this from? Your followers. That is a handy tip. I like Alternia as a name.
While frozen lakes are fun to skate on, Creator, they also prevent water pumps from working.
Also, if you have any preference for like what jobs you want to do, feel free to let me know, and I will try and make sure that it happens.
Fishing piers will be a great addition to the civilization, right up until winter shuts them all down.
We need to talk.
I assume this is about
Armageddon.
I don't know what is making this noise. Please bear with me for a moment.
You'll find him.
Ah, I know what it is. Okay, there we go. So my Twitch client is still open in the background, and it decided to carry on playing for no particular reason. Also, thank you for that. Let's use your new research immediately. Still don't have enough believers. Oop. I have a burning desire to skip. Apparently you are a fan of skipping.
I was just about to compliment you on your fantastic new ice sculptures. But then I realized those were just frozen nuggets. So, you've uprooted a tree. Now what? Your civilization is a constant source of entertainment.
I don't have any of the useful powers yet. Ooh, creator points. Given your history of inventing things, that is the, currently at least, the most academic profession the civilization has.
Onwards and upwards.
Actually, that's really useful because what I can now do is force fill the reservoirs.
Your civilization grows stronger with every item
Woo.
you research, creator.
Also, I can now use the creator points. I'm sorry, I'm still really not used to, like, helpful chat members. I'm genuinely not sure how to react to, like, cooperation and support. Snowman. Oh, is that with the Critevo Colours flag? Critevo Colours scarf, even.
I can't say I'm a fan of nugget delicacies, but it should keep everyone relatively alive and happy. They do seem to brew some interesting beverages, though.
Turtle.
Apologies.
To be fair, that does beat basically all of the friends I have who sometimes pop in to join in for Universim streams. It's genuinely, it's just a queue of people who are trying to destroy everything.
As much. I know you have questions. But you'll learn everything in time. On your own. Without bothering me.
There we go. Oops. I might have just accidentally done Jolts of Joy for ages. Systematically growing your own, like, sub-tribe now. I mean, once I worked out that 5 Jolts of Joy guarantees at least one conversion, it did start becoming this whole thing of, like, so, I've got up to the 1,000 creator point cap, and I need some more believers, so Jolt of Joy until I get down to about 500 again? Don't really need storehouses just yet. Huh. I was not entirely expecting Steam to properly work. At least not since I started using the because I got on the GOG 2.0 beta. So I just use that for everything now. But apparently it must actually start the other things in the background. Yeah, if I was playing black and white I would do that kind of thing. But that's because in black and white I always had a principle of I'm evil and my creature is good. Although I should probably be more willing to bring down meteors just to get the space boxes. Ding. Also, I have to admit, at some point, if I can get enough people routinely in my stream, I'm definitely going to do a cluster truck stream. Because that just seems like way too much fun not to do. Aha, we can handle UFOs now. So, Cluster Truck is one of the earliest games I saw that really introduced Twitch integration. It's basically like a really, in another sense, it's a really straightforward platformer. The idea is you race from the start to the finish of a course, but you're only allowed to move across trucks. And there's just this big stream of trucks driving through the place. But they'll start doing stuff like...
Impressive stuff for a species that still thinks the planet is flat.
Like, they'll fall off cliffs and run into each other and fall over and all sorts of weirdness. And then the Twitch integration stuff. Ooh, thank you. Now I need to do some more researches. So the Twitch integration stuff for it starts being like, you can make the trucks bigger or smaller, and you can turn on like anti-gravity or anything like that. It gets very, very silly. There's still nothing interesting to pick up over here. Yeah, I'd like to have a degree of variety in the streams I run. So actually, if your SO is a fellow software engineer, it might be worth mentioning I occasionally do like live coding sorts of things for various projects that I'm working on. Ooh. Also, thank you for the follow. My slow march towards affiliate continues. Yeah. I think at some point I need to play back through Warwind again as well, because my Twitch play of that was before I started recording everything, so the VODs don't exist. I quite like that. That's kind of how I started my streaming, with old games from the early 90s. Why is nobody researching the space boxes? Curse you all! Also, probably just because I've not given them a chance to. I'm now genuinely curious how many children you actually have. 4. Okay, you are officially now a third of my entire population, which is pretty impressive. Really? While researching fishing? Because I don't think that's what you were researching. Okay, so yes. There's the desperate banging means there's nuggets. Is one I can remember. There's multiple levels of your nuggets energy drains, which reduces the orange bar. Stamina. Um, there's... what is it? I think the earthy smell is stone, and tightly packed is refined stone. Smells of sawdust is refined wood. There's another one about noise that I think means wild animals. I can't remember what they all are now. I should, actually make a list of them. There's another one that I've seen once, but I now can't remember what it was, which is summons meteors at the location of the box. That's quite a dangerous one to get. Okay, we have lots of food. It's not that one. The clanging noise is... it's either iron or steel. I can't remember which one. There's also a bunch of ones about smell. So I think the smell of fumes is fuel. The skunky smell, I think, is the one that's a plague. And then there's a third one that's natural gas. I have played way too much Universim. Ooh, Ministry of Water. Also, I really appreciate all of the, bonus inventions you're giving. It's really useful.
Heal the nugget, creator. I can't bear to watch someone be sick. It makes my insides turn. Out of worry, of course.
That's it. I think the Meteors one is... it's either an epic or a legendary. The surface of the box shimmers with a mysterious... No, it's not the surface of the box shimmers. It's the... I think there's one about, a ticking or something. And it's if you open the ticking one, it does meteors. I think. As far as I'm aware, yes. So yeah, I've I've absolutely stopped using the ministers now. I research them more for completeness than for anything else.
That'll come in handy.
Okay, let's get some farming happening.
Ah, a farm. I see you are finally taking interest in your civilization's need to eat. Guess it's time to take starving to death off the list of anticipated disasters. For now.
We're going to want another engineers out here. And we are going to want another well out here. So, it's like one of the updates I actually really appreciated, though, was the one where you now can't assign unqualified nuggets to buildings. Just because it reduces the amount of fires I was having by so much. Ooh, I should Jolt of Joy. There we go. Does that get us to Protective Dome? No. What do you need for Protective Dome? Uh, 25. Oh, the first time I got close to space age stuff.
Have you invested in a few reservoirs?
It just got to the point
if not,
where
trying to survive winter with your pumps frozen
be quiet,
solid
narrator.
will probably convince you to.
I'm actually going to unassign you from there, and I'm going to reassign you as the governor.
The first snow of winter has fallen. I hope you have a nice pair of fuzzy slippers.
Oh yeah, I got close to the space age, and then just like every building started catching fire all the time. Aha, found it.
All that howl. Let me see. I speak a bit of wolf. They're apparently hungry. Ah, and they've picked a suitable target. And this last part's a little tricky, though. They're saying something about how delicious nougat is. Oh, no, they mean nuggets.
So thank you for the creator points, right when I needed them. I'm actually also just going to turn down the frequency of the... Actually, let's turn it down quite a lot. So I don't think we actually need that degree of reminder about how to use all the commands. A farm's suddenly got way more expensive to build. Hang on. Let's Influence nuggets! Also, I do enjoy the fact that I still get to vote. Okay, that's everyone. I was genuinely tempted now to just try and rename all the candidates to the same name and see what it does. Ooh, forecast tower. And the weather today will be... summer. Ooh, a long summer as well. Long summers are good. Oh yes, it absolutely will. It's why sometimes you'll see me being very careful to make sure that the green thing shows up. Because you don't always need it to. But if it's not there, like I've done things like drop a rock and kill 3 nuggets and the building. It's just not worth it. Oh yeah, I don't need to assign people anymore, you're doing it all for me. Woo! Yeah, food discovery. I want to know what the food is. Ah, it's crab apples. Excellent. Yeah, and sometimes it just doesn't register that you've collected a food. Really? Let's try again. There we go. Okay, we have some more crab apples. Yep. I mean, to a certain extent, I honestly don't know why I bother trying to find everything, because I basically only ever used 2 or 3 types of plant anyway, and I got the achievement, like, the first time, basically, for finding everything, so there is no value to me in doing it anymore. I'm a little suspicious of the fact that crime doesn't appear to have gone
Remember,
up yet.
Creator, there is such a thing as hunting animals to extinction. Plus, it can be rather boring to eat the same thing every day.
True, but that's kind of why that's not what's happening. Let's finish that, and then zip on through to recreation. We need stone. We might actually need more water pumps soon. Ooh, juicy acorns. So now we still need dragon egg fruit, panda brain plum, cotton candy. Oh, and deadly seed. Ooh. We have another space box. At some point, when we have enough nuggets to research all of these boxes, we are going to get so many rewards. It's all devil's lettuce. But still devil's lettuce. Oh, is deadly seed the mountain one? Okay. Now I'm going to need to go back and actually start trying to work out some building location-y stuff. Resource management. I do like the Bob Ross type nugget recreations. I deadly see it is desert, thank you. Melina, acorn... Ah, Pandbrain plum. We need that one. I have never actually worked out what their logo is meant to be. I think it's supposed to be like a chameleon or something. Right, that should more than offset anything that happens because we have watchtowers. We now have loads of creative
Nuggets were
points.
unable to find a coach big enough to fit the water pump. As a result, they've frozen solid. I hope you have water stored somewhere, creator.
What, for spring?
I'm afraid one of your nuggets has passed away. Death can happen so suddenly. However, the death of one does not necessarily mean the end of everything. It was simply their time to go. Don't blame yourself, creator.
I wasn't.
Well, unless you were actually responsible, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Yeah, I think food. Thank you. Like, I'm not sure what these cacti are supposed to be doing, but they do not look very stuck in the ground. Yeah, we've got enough nuggets at the moment. Oh, I thought the local shops needed actual refined stuff. Apparently not. Apparently not, no. I might just open one of them and see what happens. This one looks like it should be safe. Okay.
A keen eye and the ability to scream like one's life depends on it are all the job requirements of a watch nugget.
See, sometimes I just get really lucky with these boxes.
Another tasty morsel of research fresh out of the oven. The sweet aroma of learning. Creator, just out of curiosity, how good are you at foot rubs?
Also, is it just me, or is that one actually, like, a slightly creepy narrator comment? And I mean, it was honestly never going to be one of the greatest narrator comments because, as we all know, the best narrator was the one that they had in Dungeon Keeper, and who reprised his role for War for the Overworld. But there is just something amazing about somebody who can, in a completely serious tone of voice, say comments like, "Your dungeon is full of yogurt." "Your dungeon floor is lumpy. Order your minions to jump up and down." Woo, food. We're gonna feed the nuggets forever. It's the dangers of me having a slightly more energetic stream than I often do, is that I will just start randomly singing phrases for no particular reason. Good evening. Or good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are.
There are buildings in awful
Whoops.
condition around the civilization. Such a pity.
So
This used to be a nice neighborhood.
you can't drop electronics into a warehouse, I've now learned. And okay, so it's slightly later for you than it is for me. And it's a lot earlier for you than it is for me. No! Oh, is that somebody's already picked you up to... Oh. I think you have a typo, Maud Sifty. I was trying to work out why that hadn't worked. Yeah, so... we were almost there, and then it will be in the VOD when I upload the VOD. We had a population of about 450 or something, and we were just waiting for the fibre factory to make the last resources we needed. And, yeah, all of the nuggets stopped moving. And then they all died of thirst, basically. Yeah, literally all of them. Like, the only time they would move is if you scared them. And I did a save and reload, and one nugget started moving. And it just got to the point of like...
another injury creator. I wonder what it is.
I guess we'll start again. Oh, I have no idea. In all honesty, that was... it had been going for a while, so... probably quite a high year. I have never got that far. I've always run into some kind of bug before I got far enough to actually put something into space. So let me find your stream, and then I can check at some point and watch your stream to see what it's like. Yeah, I just saw your most recent one. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I think the best I did without a bug, I got to the point where I was trying to build stuff, and I'd managed to research... oh, which one is it? Thermal intervention? Yeah, I managed to research thermal intervention without building any oil jacks, which meant that I couldn't produce oil anymore. Ever. Because in order to build the oil jack, I needed oil. It just... do you not just not want to ever look at these or something? Yeah, I've started doing that since I had that problem. Because I've since learned that it's a really bad idea not to. There we go. Oh, I basically spent that entire game. I think I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, just trying to find space boxes to get enough things to build the oil jack.
What are you, some sort of fairy godmother? Look at all of those colors. Isn't fall beautiful? Someone should really make a painting before you lead the planet.
Woo, UFOs! Also, I like the fact that you've managed to now synchronize both of your action points.
I couldn't possibly imagine a better couple.
That was impressive while it lasted. Okay. Time to hunt the UFO. Where is it? Aha, found you. That was also pretty amazing. Just as a... like, especially this early in the game when the odds of twins are really low. I mean, I'm pretty sure Heart and Brain is the plot to the classic Rush track Hemispheres. Wow. So many babies. Babies everywhere. That one I seem to recall being bad and involved in fires. Yeah, I mean, in part this is because I'm not a Twitch affiliate, so people can't like cheer or anything to get more AP. So just to make it fair on everyone, it's like, fine, we'll just have lots of AP and
is excellent for slow roasting.
We'll see how much chaos actually ends up happening. Oh, this is the Your Nuggets Hear a Desperate Banging inside. So there's nuggets in the box. Yeah, we were saying this earlier just before you joined us. It was, yeah, like, I get that pathfinding is really hard, but it's, hopefully, yeah. I mean, so I actually play on the experimental branch rather than the beta, well, the quote unquote stable branch. So I tend to get a lot of these things early, but also before they're fully stabilized. So it's a little bit up and down. So you've been in it for a while then? Research. You see, Maud Sith D? After all the complaints earlier, you're now the one actually doing the Spacebox research. Oh, now a Terminus is joining as well. I mean, I'm genuinely tempted now just to vote death for the sake of it. Okay, I can't fit an extra well in there. I'll have to go on the end.
That'll fix them right up.
Yep. Fix them all. It can be. I've tried to change my habits of just doing all of the research, which is why what I'll often do now is like research through to a point with useful things and then fill in all of the just like the passive your nuggets live longer, there's more chance of twins kind of stuff. I mean, some of these things is more just the investment in the future now to try and get enough food and whatever for a long time. Though speaking of that, we're probably going to want to start thinking about more eateries. Is it just like harvesting everything yourself and dropping it on farms and things to turn it into food? So I have to admit, my trick for food is normally just drop mammoths near the evolution tower for them to pick up. Oh, yeah, go to spring and, yeah. No, good point. I had not considered that. I assume it works in any season, more or less. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. The,
I see you've made more research progress. You're not too bad at this after all, creator.
So that's just a whole lot of bricks. A few gears can be heard turning with intent. That one might actually summon meteors. The weight of liquid rock sloshes around inside. So it's got nuggets in, but also something bad? Oh, that was this them upgrading all of the reservoirs. I liked the musical building there for a second. I mean, does it actually say an amount, typically? Oh, liquid rock is cement. I should have probably realised that one, if I'm honest. Oh, okay. Okay, so that just killed a load of nuggets. I was curious what that one did, and now I know.
Life as we know it will forever be changed.
Okay. Oh, they really do. That should be enough. And yeah, I forgot to check to make sure that we actually were producing enough water now. So we probably should be building these pumps. I don't need more wood. Yeah, I mean, by the late game, I easily end up producing way more water than I consume as a civilization, so it's not too bad. Well, thank you for hanging out, and yeah, I will hope to catch you next time. Ooh.
A nugget needs help, creator. I know agony when I see it.
Yeah, they probably just did something stupid. Good, we do still have somebody working at the town hall. And we can start upgrading all the warehouses. Way to make all them nuggets swole. And we will give all the research a break for a moment, I think.
I'm glad to see you taking such good care of your subjects.
Oh, you're going to hospital because you're a doctor, not because you're injured. Yeah, I try and make sure that the happiness stays up and the crime stays low. And also, although my creator point generation is a bit low at the moment. Let's just nudge that one up. Alrighty. No, I wasn't invited to the wedding. No, we got panda brain plums now. Ooh, finally I found some deadly seeds. Mwahaha! Excellent. So, now it's just the cotton candy. Welcome back. Found it. Yep, already got that one. That was the last one we needed. Let's get geology so we can
Do you enjoy
start
music, creator? I was thinking about taking up the violin.
upgrading
It'll come in
water
handy
pumps.
when something tragic happens.
We might actually need to start thinking about more... No, we probably don't need to think about more watchtowers, because we can start by putting in some recreation spots, which will help. what is the description for that? Okay. I'm guessing this is one of the hunters. Oh, it really is. Also, I've noticed that if Avatar Nuggets start inventing, then most of the discoveries that the regular Nuggets make start just being fishing rods while researching fishing. I was like, we researched fishing a long time ago.
With water sources freezing over, your nuggets will have to use water from reservoirs. You have been building reservoirs, right?
Yeah, I tend to build fairly compactly, I guess. Yeah, that could well be part of the problem I have, is that because I tend to build so close together, it affects their pathing AI. It's certainly something to be aware of, and maybe start trying to be a little bit different. Okay, maybe that one was just lightning. Okay, that gives us some bonus happiness and crime protection. Which is always a good thing. I usually go with wind. When I get to electricity. I usually end up on just wind. I had the opportunity to build solar panels, but my wind production was about 3 times my electricity consumption. So I had 2.5 million stored electricity, and it wasn't being dented, really. Yeah, I think we were on 480, 490. Oh yeah. All the boxes. I need to think about more potential emotes for when I finally hit Twitch affiliate status and get to have emotes for my channel. At the moment, I've only got an idea for one, which is from my old Witness streams. Yeah. Hey, I mean, it works. I was saying to Maud60 earlier, I tend to go for a lot of variety in what I stream. I mean, at the moment, I'm not a streamer in terms of anything meaningful, just because I'm not big enough. But I go for a lot of variety. I've got a key to give away for another game I quite like that came out a year or two ago now, called Niche. So I might do that next weekend. Ooh, there is an epic in here. But no, I have to admit that's another small studio that's actually just full of really lovely people. As Critivo and... oh, what's the actual dev studio they work with called that I've forgotten the name of now? It'll come to me. But they seem to be genuinely really nice people as well, so it's just quite nice to, like you say, be able to support them and try and do a little bit to help. It's... Yeah, I really need to join their Discord, actually. I still haven't done it yet.
Ooh, that wound is a bit nasty. I've never seen such a clumsy species before, Creator.
That's pretty cool. So is that a different link to the one that... oh, is that like a general Critivo one as opposed to the Universim one? Because I know the Twitch integration will periodically fire out the link to the Universim specific Discord. I'm in the Stray Form one as well, which is the name of the people who make Niche.
Are you aware that buildings decay over time? Usually engineer nuggets keep them in shape, but
Oh, for
they
sure,
might be
yeah.
stretched too thin. Consider building more engineers' huts.
And also, the nuggets keep building outside of the engineers, so... Thankfully, we don't have any upgraded engineers things yet, so... It's very easy to help the nuggets build the engineers. And the other great thing is that if you need to build more engineers' huts, you get to make Gary Newman references all the time. And what do you want? Let's start with everything and see where we go. Yeah, I quite like this early on, just as a way of getting all of the refined resources that you want. You see, I haven't found that. I find often early on you want 2 of each, but once you get to make them automated, I've found that actually 1 of each is fine. I'm now trying to work out if I'm hearing things or if there's a UFO around. I think I might be hearing things. If you're going to repair, where are you? Oh. I was wondering what that noise was. For some reason I thought that was an eatery, not a school. That just was horrible. Yeah. Oh, that's the hunter's place. Whoops. Worth it. Oh, sorry. I didn't realise you were so close to them there. I thought that was only killing, like, boring nuggets.
I bet they've never felt so good. Or ever will they again.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. I'll stop feeling guilty.
I sincerely hope that your civilization eventually learns how to make a decent cup of coffee. Wolves are coming. Sharp teeth and severe hunger are a terrible combination for nuggets, I'm afraid.
Fine. Let's find these wolves and start doing something about them. No, that's a plant. That's not a wolf. Cool. Well, thank you for coming to hang out. Honestly, it's getting late enough. I should probably pack it in for the night anyway. But, yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. And, yeah, I will be streaming again Tuesday, so I will hopefully see you around another time. And, yeah, until then, I will say goodbye for now.